Ratan Tata.
Mr. Tata.
Ratan Tata.
Mr. Ratan Tata.
Mr. Tata.
Ratan Tata.
I plan to combat malnutrition in children and mothers in India in the rural areas.
Imagine a young man working in a tiny factory, wiping grease with his bare hands, looking at a scrap of a falling business, and deciding quietly but stubbornly to build something that would change the lives of millions. He did not want glory. He wanted responsibility. This is not a story of a man who chased wealth. This is a story of a man who used money as a tool to build hospitals, to build dreams. This is a story of Ratan Tata. Ratan Tata was born in December 28, 1937, in a very extraordinary family, the Tatas. But his childhood was not gilded with a carefree life. It came with a heavy sense of duty. His father, Naval, was adopted into the family, and therefore Ratan grew up with a sense of heavy duty, along with the privileges that he received. As a child, he was curious, playful, but stubborn with getting things right, always. He loved cars, he loved machines, and more than anything, he loved designing things. In the age of 17, he left India to study architecture at the Cornell University, a choice that surprised the family, a family that was known for its industries, not arts. After Cornell University, Ratan spent a few years at USA and then returned back to India in the year 1962 to join the Tata Group. Not as a chairman, not as the board of directors or a member of the boardroom, but on the factory floors. He chose to work with the people, trying to understand the business from the ground up, in factories, in offices, and other failing units. Because he wanted to understand people, not just profit and loss. One early assignment was the Nelco. Ratan actually really worked hard on this one. And for a while, it was working. Everything went well. It seemed like everything was paying off. Then the markets turned. The company faltered. The collapse was one of the first hard lessons. Good intentions and hard work does not guarantee success. You learn how to fail with humility, or you never learn to lead. He learned, and he kept going. When J.R.D. Tata retired in 1991, Ratan Tata became the chairman of the conglomerate. Now this conglomerate was filled with legacy, but also came with a fractured system. Consolidating the empire would mean upsetting a lot of people, and this would also mean making decisions some people consider risky. Ratan pushed the system to globalization. He bought Tetley, Chorus, and then the Land Rover and Jaguar. Some of these deals though were mocked. Some paid off brilliantly, but one dream became the lightning rod. The Tata Nano, a car that was meant to give an affordable way to go about their business for normal people. It was an almost romantic idea, a people's car that would democratize safe transport. Then the politicians and the land protests started. It stalled all the plans. The nano business and the name was hurt bad, hurt beyond the initial dream. See, the Nano actually had a marketing problem. It was promoted as the cheapest car in the country. That kind of backfired, because it stuck like a stigma. This again taught Ratan something very important. Brilliant ideas can still fail if politics, perception, and dreams are not aligned, along with execution. He had to reshape the whole Tata Group's structure and culture. Introduce retirement ages, requires tighter group oversight, and insists subsidiaries to help the business grow. Those decisions made enemies, inside and outside the house, and they demanded a steady hand. It required a special focus on long-term rather than short-term applause. If the word legacy means for a lot of tycoons to build monuments of marble and steel, Ratan Tata's legacy was much quieter, much simpler, and much deeper. He believed that corporations should serve the society, not just the shareholders. Under his stewardship, the Tata Group did not just buy brands. It built hospitals, institutes, research facilities, and strengthened the Tata Trusts. These institutions were designed to channel profits back into the society. The trust owns a special and controlling share in the Tata Sons, which means philanthropy is not an oversight. It's backed up into the group's DNA. Now, Ratan Tata's life unfortunately came to a close in October 2024. The nation mourned. Leaders across the world spoke of his humility, his unusual blend of restraint and ambition, and the way he used wealth as an instrument to help people, to do good, to make things better for people. His funeral and outpouring of grief shows how businessmen, successful tycoons, can shape the world and make it better and become inspirations for others, along with being a moral compass for the country. There are many stories about Ratan Tata, the deal maker, the dream maker, and many about his philanthropy lifestyle. But the one that actually lingers is how he treated people, how he carried himself over life, how he built relationships, how he treated everyday tasks as sacred, a promise kept to the employee, a factory upgraded to be safer, a small business given a chance to fail, learn, and grow. He treated power like responsibility. That's the thread that ties the boy in the sketches to the man that reshaped India and its industries. Now, when you think of leadership, what do you think about? What do you picture? A loud headline or a quiet promise? Ratan's life urges us to consider this. Is leadership about being the loudest in the room, or the one who quietly makes the room safer and better? What will your legacy be?